Hello all guys, welcome to Mr. Data Science channel. So hope you are doing good. I'm doing great. And so happy to see you all guys in this video. So before getting inside this video, I just take some time with you guys. So basically, I started this channel for a Tamil community people. So people who are also watching this video outside Tamil Nadu also. So I wanted to make this channel as a bilingual. So it will be more on Tamil and English. Like it's a collaboratively, I'll create the such contents. And also, I have creating this video with a lot of efforts. Like there is a complex solutions which I'm currently working on, like working with text, working with images, working with videos, working with the websites for creating a Gen AI project. So it will be very good and very helpful for you guys to grow your career in such domains. And also, I'm bringing all the solution in one single channel. So please subscribe the channel and share it with your friends who are wanted this, learn something on the Gen AI stuff. Also, I'll be putting all my social media links in this description. So please try to follow me on that as well. So with this note, let's get started. I'll share my screen. So this is the overall projects, okay? Complete projects of what I'm currently doing now. So it will have, I'll be working with image, I'll be working with chart generation, I'll be working with chatbot with the text, with the PDFs, with Excel sheets, CSVs, and I'll be creating a lot of projects. And also I'm going to bring all the combination, like it will this chatbot, especially when you're using the chat GPT. Okay, so if you are using the chat GPT for a text-based model, it will be working only for text. And then if you wanted to work with the vision model, you work with the image, or then you need to go with the vision model. And again, if you wanted to create a chart, then I can go for the vision model. So what I did is I have created a complete solution to break all these chains. So I'll be using a combination of models, which will be easy to understand, and then which will be minimal cost effective. So with this note, let's get started. Like for the first video, I'll be starting with this process. Basically, if you are creating a Gen AI project, so the Gen AI stuffs will be like this. So I already told in my last video. So Gen AI stuff, we need to split it as a two part. One is the data engineering process, and second thing is like creating such models or like doing the RAG applications. And for the RAG applications, basically what is RAG application? So it's like a retrieval augment generation. Basically, if I'm using a chat GPT, if I'm using a chat GPT, I'm going to chat with something like inside the chat GPT, I'm going to ask something thing, and then I'll be getting some responses, which is like a openly available data sources. What if I have my own company data set or like own data set? So I wanted to create such chatbot within the data set itself. So that time when we have some scenario, we'll be working kind of an operation called RAG application. So basically, we are going to create a vector database which will sit in behind the model and act as a data source. So that's what called a RAG applications basically. And here to start with, I have a PDF. So it can be PDF, it can be Excel, it can be anything. I'll be showing you all the stuffs in the upcoming video. So for now, let's consider this as a PDFs. So I have a PDF. Once I have a PDF, I need to read the PDF. So I'll be using a Lama-index. Earlier, I was using an unstructured library from the Langchain. Then I moved to the Lama-index. The reason is it's very simple. Like you can even work with the unstructured library also. For me personally, I worked with that, and then some of the cases like tabular data, if it is having inside the PDF, it is like Lama-index is working better. So that's why I've gone with the Lama-index. So no other reason for why I'm choosing it. It's up to you. You can use the unstructured library or you can use a Lama-index. So once we read the data, then we need to chunk the text. So basically, the entire PDF will be read it as a text, all the text, and then the text need to be splitted off. So that's what I'm doing here. That we can be using Langchain framework for chunking the text. So I'll be showing you in the script also how I'm doing it. And we need to embed that. So basically, for embedding, I'm using the ChatGPT model. So it's up to you. You can use any open source model from Hugging Face, or you can use a Gemini, whatever if you wanted. So in this case, I just started with the Openai. So even I will be showing you some other embedding model also in the upcoming videos. So once we embedded it, then we need to store that inside the vector database. So here I'm using the ChromaDB. So you can use ChromaDB, you can use Pinecone, you can use Fire's vector database also. So it's up to you. So ChromaDB, why am I using it? It's like, again, it's an open source and very reliable to use with. So this is what we are going to see for today. So basically a kind of RAG application. So we'll be reading a PDF, we'll be chunking the PDF, and then we'll be embedding it, and then we are going to store it as a vector database. This is like step one process of this GenAI, which is very, very important topic of creating such models. So we'll jump inside the code part. Okay. So this is the, these are some of the libraries which we are going to work today. So we'll be going to work with Lama-index, Openai, Langchain community, and Langchain. So these are some of the libraries which we wanted. So please install this library. In my case, I already installed it, so I'm not going to run this. So you wanted to create, like I would recommend every time to create a new environment, like just create a new environment and then try to install all this, all these libraries. So that's what like I wanted to share with you guys. Then we'll move on to call all the libraries. So I'll be using a Lama-index and Openai. I mean, I'll be using Lama-index to call the Openai, and then I have be having the simple directory reader and some of the markdown display part. So I just wanted to, show something inside the, print statement. So I'll be using this, and then OS. Obviously, I'll be using the Open API key. So I need the OS to be there, and then I'll be using the document. So these are some of the prerequisites packages which we need to import, and then I'm going to run this, and then I'm going to you need to give the your Open API key here. So I have removed the key. I already ran this cell, so that I'm not going to run the cell it again. So you can replace with your Open API key, and then you can run it. And moving on, I have, okay, so I need to put all the PDFs inside one single folder. So that's called like the overall operations will be like this in the production grade. If you're working in the production, so once you get the list of PDFs as a document, so you need to put that all in a one single place. So I'll be using here data as my folder, which will have all the PDF stuffs. But here for now I'm just putting one single PDF for just for a training purposes. So let's run this. And moving on, I'm using the simple directory reader to read this folder. So basically what it will do is it will read all type of files. Like it can be a PDF, it can be an Excel, it can be CSV. So it can read all such data types. So I'm going to read this whichever files inside it. So you're able to see this, right? So let me push it down. Okay. So you can see this. The PDF has been read. See, this is the PDF, and you can see the text also. Also, I'll show you how the PDF looks like. So this is some sample PDF which I have synthetically created it for our use cases, just like kind of an airline related operation, which will be having a tabular data and most of the texts. So we have read that PDF inside our library. Then once before we put that inside the vector database, we need to have a such that many junk characters or not invalid characters may be there inside the text. So we need to filter it out. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to filter string, integer, float, and boolean characters from the text alone. I'm going to neglect all other junk characters from it. So that's what like I'm doing it here. These are some of the allowed types. And then this is a function where I'll be looping through all this PDFs, and then I'm going to filter it out. So like already said, we have already documents as our red text format. So we'll be using it here, and then we'll be doing all this operation stuffs. And after filtrations, okay, let me run this. Okay, so after we have filter it out, how the data looks like. See, the data looks like this. So you'll be having the page labels, file name, and the path of the file, and type of the file, and size, creation date, like a lot of stuff. And then we'll be going for the page content. So this will have the clean data of the PDFs. So basically, this is the clean data of all the PDFs. And like I said, once we read the PDF, we have cleaned it. We will be going for the text process. So we'll be splitting the text. So for that, I'll be using the recursive character text splitter from the Langchain. Let me run it. Okay, so now I'm going to initialize these recursive characters text splitter. The chunk size I'm giving it like 2048 and overlap 128. It depends on the PDF. So it's really, you can play around with this number. So if whatever the PDF you have, and you can play around with these numbers to get like if you feel like the data has may not been captured, you can work around it. So for me it's like working fine, so I've been going with 2048 and 128 for now. Then I'm going to split this. So the length of the document has split it as different set of, three separate documents. Now we need to initialize this chroma, and we need to embed that vector. So I'll be initializing the chroma, and then I'm calling the vector. For a vectorization, I'm using Openai embedding models. So then again, I'm going to, okay, this is what like library we wanted. Moving on, we need to store that inside a vector database. So I'm going to initialize the vector database name as test.cv. For now, like I'll be going with test, or like I can give RAG database. We'll give a RAG database as our vector database. So once I gave it, I'm going to, this is my directory path, and the vector DB, I'm going to call the chroma, and then I'm going to show where I'm going to store this vector database. And for the embedding, I'm using the OpenAI embedding. And then for the OpenAI embedding, we have the OpenAI key, which I already initialized in the previous cell. So let's add it. So okay, this before running this, you can see add document. So I'll tell you one quick, complex solution which I worked on. When I started with creating such, RAG applications, the thing is that whenever the source, whichever find in the, or YouTube's or in the open source model, in the channels, it will be like this: from document. So this is what like we can see in most of the videos, or most of the, even not even the document also, it will be like this, from document. So basically what it will be doing is, it will create as a new vector database. So once I run it, obviously it will create a new vector database. But what if, okay, I created a vector database for today. For tomorrow, a new set of PDFs has been come up. So I need to append that inside the vector database which I already created. So that's like kind of an again, it's like a very complex things when I worked on. So that time I just researched something, and then I found out this. There is a way like add documents, so that you can append the documents wherever, if you have previously some of them as given the documents, you have already pushed that inside the vector database, and now they have come with new documents also, we can put them. So that's why I gone with this. And like, this is like one quick found which I wanted to share with you guys, so you can use it. So in the later stage, for the multiple, if you have a multiple PDF, and in the future you wanted to add the same inside the same vector database, you can use add documents. So let me run this. While running it, you will be seeing okay, you will be seeing a RAG database here. So now our vector database has been created. So that's like the first step what you are going to do in this Gen AI part, like in the RAG application. So whatever you done is like, you read that PDF. So basically you are going to read the PDF, and you're going to filter the PDF with the known characters, and you need to split the PDF, and after splitting you need to embed the PDF, and after embedding you need to add it inside the vector database. So this is the first step. I hope this video was useful to you guys who are working on this Gen AI stuffs. And I'll be going ahead, I'll be putting all the content, like the complete solution, so that you'll be working in different type of data set as well. So see you all in the guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.